Fact: checking Trump's controversial claims about white genocide in South Africa. Donald Trump recently made explosive claims about white genocide in South Africa. But are they true? Let's break it down. Trump alleged that white farmers in South Africa are being targeted and killed. This claim has been circulating for years. Reuters investigated these claims and found no evidence of a white genocide. Crime affects all racial groups in South Africa. South Africa's crime rates are high, but data shows violence is not racially targeted. Experts debunk the genocide narrative. The term white genocide is often used by far-right groups to spread fear. It's a misleading and inflammatory phrase. South African officials and researchers have repeatedly denied these claims, calling them politically motivated. Trump's comments could strain USC, South Africa relations. Diplomats are urging fact-based discussions. Misinformation spreads quickly. Always verify claims with reliable sources before sharing. Stay informed and critical. California car emissions war. Why Republicans just went nuclear. California's strict car emissions rules are under attack. Republicans just escalated the fight. Big time. The Golden State has long set its own tough emissions standards. But now, GOP leaders are pushing back hard. Using rare procedural tactics, Republicans are trying to block California's authority. Critics call this move reckless. This fight isn't just about cars. It's a power struggle between states and the federal government. Environmental groups are furious. They say this could set back climate progress by decades. Automakers are caught in the middle. Some support tougher rules, while others want nationwide standards. Legal experts warn this could end up in the Supreme Court. The stakes couldn't be higher. What does this mean for your next car purchase? We break down the potential impacts. The battle lines are drawn. Will California maintain its environmental leadership, or will federal power prevail? This fight affects all Americans. Stay tuned as this political showdown unfolds. Trump's tax cut bill passes House. What happens next? Breaking news! The House has just passed Trump's sweeping tax cut bill. Let's dive into what this means. The bill, championed by former President Trump, promises major cuts for businesses and individuals. Supporters argue it will boost the economy, but critics warn it could widen the deficit. The vote was largely along party lines, showcasing deep divisions in Congress. Now, the bill heads to the Senate, where its fate is uncertain. If passed, these tax cuts could impact everything from your paycheck to corporate investments. Experts are split on whether this will help or hurt the average American. The White House has signaled support, but some Republicans remain hesitant. This could set up a major political showdown in the coming weeks. Stay tuned as we follow this developing story and what it means for you. Court orders Trump administration to reinstate Education Department employees. What happens next? Breaking news! A federal judge has ordered the Trump administration to reinstate Education Department employees. Let's dive into the details. The ruling comes after a lawsuit claimed the employees were wrongfully terminated. The judge called the dismissals unlawful. The Trump administration had removed these workers shortly after taking office, citing budget cuts and restructuring. But the court found no legal justification for the firings, ordering immediate reinstatement with back pay. This isn't the first legal setback for the administration's staffing policies. Past court rulings have pushed back on abrupt dismissals. Legal experts say this case could set an important precedent for how federal employee protections are enforced. The Education Department now faces logistical challenges. Reinstating workers after years may require significant adjustments. Some analysts see this as part of a broader pattern of courts checking presidential power over federal agencies. The administration could appeal the ruling, potentially setting up a higher court battle over executive authority. For now, the spotlight remains on how quickly and fully the Education Department complies with the judge's order. This case raises important questions about the balance between presidential authority and employee protections. What do you think? Comment below! Supreme Court rejects Oklahoma religious charter school. What it means. The Supreme Court has made a landmark decision. blocking the creation of a religious charter school in Oklahoma. Let's break it down. The case centered around a proposed charter school that would have been run by a religious organization. Supporters argued it offered more choices for parents, but critics claimed it violated the separation of church and state. The court agreed, ruling it unconstitutional. This decision reinforces the principle that public funds cannot be used to support religious education. The ruling has sparked heated debates. Supporters of religious freedom see it as a setback. Meanwhile, advocates for secular education applaud the decision, calling it a win for equality. This case could set a precedent for future disputes over religion and public funding. What do you think about the ruling? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more updates.